Over the years, many people have come to believe that dementia appears out of nowhere. A forgotten name, a repeated question, and suddenly a diagnosis is made. But research over the past 20 years proves that these physiological changes actually begin silently, decades before any symptoms appear. Today, we are going to build your personalized, physical cognitive resilience routine to protect your brain as you age. Go ahead and grab a pen and paper, or open a digital note. Transforming the fear of aging into concrete daily action is your first line of defense. For a long time, cognitive decline was viewed as a purely neurological issue, determined by genetics. Today, we know it is heavily influenced by the health of your entire body. This diagram shows the 5 core pillars of your brain's defense system: sleep, mood, movement, nutrition, and engagement. Take a moment to write these 5 exact headers across the top of your paper, leaving plenty of room underneath each one. By organizing these 5 areas, you are actively building a comprehensive biological shield. Your daily routines play a massive role in maintaining your cognitive health. Let's start with your first column, sleep. Clinical studies show that disrupted sleep patterns often show up years before any actual memory loss begins. This graphic illustrates what happens while you rest. Sleep is an active biological process where your brain clears out metabolic waste accumulated during the day. When your sleep cycle is chronically disrupted, this cleaning mechanism stalls. This allows specific proteins linked to Alzheimer's disease to accumulate and cluster within the brain. Look at your list and write down one strict, actionable rule under your sleep column. This could be banning screens an hour before bed or setting a consistent wake-up alarm. Securing your sleep schedule is about providing your brain the uninterrupted time it requires for critical structural maintenance. Under your second column, mood, we need to address mental health. Large, long-term studies identify depression, especially later in life, as a significant risk factor for dementia. This diagram shows the 3 known pathways connecting mood to cognitive decline: behavioral isolation, biological inflammation, and neurological overlap between mood and memory centers. The biological danger is particularly acute. Elevated stress hormones and increased bodily inflammation physically alter your brain structures over time. Under the mood column on your paper, write down one specific daily action to regulate your stress levels. It might be a 10-minute morning meditation or a scheduled phone call with a friend. Lowering your stress and actively treating your mental health is a mandatory component of maintaining long-term cognitive resilience. To fill out your final 3 pillars, movement, nutrition, and engagement, we look to a landmark global research initiative known as the Finger Study. This study proved that a combined routine of physical exercise, a healthy diet, and active cognitive training measurably slows cognitive decline. This map shows how that exact prevention model has been successfully replicated in over 30 countries, working effectively across vastly different diets and cultures. Take your pen and write down one concrete action for each of those last 3 columns. Plan a 20-minute walk, add leafy greens to your dinner, or schedule a crossword puzzle. Because brain preservation relies on biological constants, your mind will respond positively to these exact same inputs, regardless of where you live in the world. Before you try to execute this entire list tomorrow, be aware of the most common failure point: trying to overhaul your entire life in a single day and quitting because it becomes overwhelming. The research emphasizes that change must happen step by step. You need to allow these new daily patterns to accumulate slowly over time. Look at your completed list right now and circle exactly 2 items to focus on for this upcoming week. Aggressively narrowing your focus ensures these actions settle into permanent habits, rather than fading away as temporary, failed experiments. You started this video with an abstract worry about brain aging, but now you hold a concrete, science-backed daily routine in your hands. The ultimate purpose of this routine is not fearing getting older, but ensuring you remain clear, strong, and independent. Your job right now is to complete and check off just the very first circled item on your list today. Long-term cognitive resilience is not a medical mystery. It is a series of small, deliberate choices, and they start right now.